Ciao, sono Kirsty Mickey di Nayo Nails. In questo video vi mostrerò come fare un design top banana.
What the hell? Whoa, that was a bit weird. Those of you that know, I am fluent in Italian. Okay, I'm not. This is the Italian me.
Hi.
The wonderful Angelica. Angelica translates all of the videos into Italian.
Come potete vedere qua su quest'unghia abbiamo del natural beige, quindi su questo altro dito andremo a fare un design che si abbina a questo colore facendo appunto il fiore 3D.
Tell us something that you enjoy about translating the videos.
I'm gonna be a professional nail tech definitely after.
I've learned so much.
Yeah, no, I've tried. I'm actually quite awful at this. I try now. I just know the names of things and how they work. But yeah, I actually enjoy the fact that you learn how to do designs which you will never be able to do. It's weird. You know how to do them, you're just not going to be able
That's
to
a bit like Adam, I think. Adam seems to think he's going to be an amazing nail artist because he watches everything.
Not nail artist, definitely
sorry,
not, because I can't do that. I could do the technical side, like the tech side of it, but definitely not the art. Stickmen, that's about my... Stickmen.
All right,
It looks so easy when you do it. It's not. It's not. I tried. No.
Is it difficult to say what I'm saying in Italian because I say things that aren't even real words sometimes?
Yeah. Sometimes it's not much of that. It's more of when it comes to things like sorry guys, I need to say that the way you pronounce it, almonds, in Italian doesn't make any difference. So it's...
Oh, it does, because, well, what's the Italian word for almond?
Mandorla.
Oh my god. Mandorla.
Mandorla.
Mandorla. How do you do that? How do you do that?
It's years of practice.
Mandorla.
Mandorla.
Mandorla. Mandorla.
So when we have arguments about almond and almond, so that doesn't make a difference to you.
You just write mandorla 2,000 times. You're like, mandorla. Like, people are like, what? What's wrong with mandorla? It's good. It's healthy. It's fine. But no, yeah, that was a bit hard to find a way to make it sound as funny, and like I think I failed on that. I really did. I couldn't.
You do the voiceover for the Italian channel, but you also do the written.
Yeah, that was the hard part, because in the voiceovers, when there is something that it can't be translated in Italian, it's easier just to cut it out. But in an English video, it's when you translate, it's harder to cut it out because people hear it and see you talking for like, I don't know, 2 minutes or 1 minute, and they're going to be like, why are there no transcriptions? Like, what is she saying? So you have to translate, and that it's harder because it's there and you have to translate it.
So if we're just having a bit of banter that maybe isn't needed.
What do you mean, maybe? Always.
No, it's
it the banter, or is it like, do I over describe things sometimes?
Oh, yeah, sometimes as well. Yeah, like we don't have a word for apex. Sorry, not apex. The back third.
Oh, the back
or
third.
If they do, like, please just let me know, Italians who knows like how to translate it back third, because I really don't know.
Oh, you don't want to tell me those, so sure.
It's just at the back of the nail. That's why sometimes it's like, it's actually harder than like just translate word by word, because obviously languages are all different.
You have to find the Italian version of saying that certain
sometimes languages, and sometimes languages don't have the actual same words to translate, if you get what I mean. Yeah. Some words are just not translatable.
That's correct.
Translatable.
Yeah, even she looks at me to see if she said a word right, just like you do.
That's not my first language, I'm sorry. I have to double check, I don't want people to think I'm ignorant. I'm so scared. They're going to comment on my English, and I'm going to be like, I'll try, guys.
Yeah, so that's, I didn't know that. I thought you could just...
Word for word.
do it word for word. No.
I wish it was that easy. It's not.
No.
And the worst part is when I know the word in English and I forget how it is in Italian. I feel really bad.
Really?
Yeah.
How long did you live in Italy for?
I left Italy when I was 19.
Yeah.
So, 19 years.
Yeah, so how old are you now?
Okay, 23. Nearly 24.
Yeah.
So, been living abroad for like 4 years and
Do you forget some Italian then? because you've been here for, what, 5 years nearly?
Yeah, more than forgetting it, I speak it very formally and makes me sound like an idiot sometimes when I speak. Even like when I was living there, obviously the way I was speaking was more slang and, more like with the flow. Yeah.
Street. He's speaking street Italian.
Kind of. Like more of a get Italian stuff, but...
Ghetto Italian?
Yeah.
Ghetto Italiano!
I don't think it's a thing, but yeah.
It is now!
Now when I speak, I'm like so formal and I'm like, it's not even me. It's not.
Yeah.
Like, may I have? No. I used to be like that. Like, I mean, I used to speak normal and now I just speak very too formal.
Yeah.
But it's weird because I don't speak it every day.
Yeah. Other than using your, true language or first language on the Neo Nails Italian channel, where else would you use that, Italian?
Well, like...
Day to day?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Could you speak English when you were in Italy?
Yeah, I have to because my boyfriend needs a translator.
Ah.
Yeah. I was speaking more English than Italian, actually.
Even when you were in Italy?
Oh, when I was in Italy?
Yeah, when you were in Italy. Yeah.
Living?
Yeah. Did you speak English when you were in Italy?
We just studied at school.
Right. So did you get better at English when you moved to England?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Picking up.
But you've got to remember she's from Teesside, so it's not really English.
Yeah.
It's not really, is it? It's like, it's
It's English, it's just a different accent.
Imagine if...
I can hear the accent, Teesside accent in Angelica's voice.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because people, they do, don't they, when they move from a different country to a certain city, they, learn English, but they pick up that accent, don't they?
Yeah, it's
as
true.
well, which is very strange, isn't it?
My dad went to learn English in Scotland.
Now that is just weird.
Okay.
That would be weird. There is another reason that the lovely Angelica is here. She's going to be my model today. So we're going to do some awesome nails for you on Angelica's beautiful fingers. She's got tiny fingers.
She has, hasn't
She's
she?
a tiny, tiny person.
No pushing the touch.
Now, I'm quite short and little. Angelica's like a child. She has the figure and the physique of a 14-year-old girl. I was exaggerating a little bit. More of an 18, 19-year-old. She does go to the gym all the time though, so, and she eats really well and she knows loads about food because what do you do as well?
Food science and nutrition.
So yeah, she's educating us today as well.
She's telling me off, you mean?
Yeah, telling you. I'm going to quickly push back the cuticles and then I will remove the surface shine. When was the last time you had your nails done?
You mean I got it done or I done it myself?
Oh, well, tell us both.
The last time I got them done it was probably last year from like someone who probably knew more than me.
Yeah.
Probably. I'm saying probably because after I started to watch you, I'm starting to doubt about them. And the last time I'd done one, it was just before Easter.
Yeah.
Just for a weekend.
What did you do on them? What did you put on them? You put
I
gel
used
polish
the
on
dual
them.
forms.
You used the dual forms, did you?
I cheated, guys.
Oh, it's not cheating. It's just another way to do nails. How did you get on with them?
They were right. Adam saw them. They were okay.
Yes, yeah.
They weren't too bad. It was just underneath. I
Yeah.
didn't have the drill to get them nice.
Ah, yeah,
flat
yeah.
underneath.
That's quite cool, though, that you had a go of it.
Would you try them again if you put tips on? Because with having tips on, you don't need to drill underneath.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. Have you not translated that video yet?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
I actually did. To be fair, I was trying to do it very quickly because I had loads of other things to do. So
yeah.
it's just like it
is like an extra step, isn't it? So I've just removed the surface shine. So we are ready for application of product. I'm going to wipe over with the, where are you? Here he is. The gel residue wipe off solution. Get rid of the dust. I love your lunar, so your half moon.
The croissant shape.
Right, so I'm going to fit the sculpting form. We're going to do an almond-shaped nail. And we're going to prime. I'm just going to prime once because Max Adhesion does have a primer inside the liquid, and that's what makes it set slower. So I've got Max Adhesion liquid, I've got Flawless powder. We're going to create a full nail with this. I'm going to go straight towards the tip of the nail and blend over onto the nail, and we'll do the free edge. So we're going to blend down and create the free edge shape. I'm not going to concentrate on the back third of the nail. We'll do that afterwards. Now I'm going to get a slightly smaller bead, pop that on, tipping the finger down, and we're going to drag that over and connect those two beads together to create the full structure of the nail. I'm going to let that set up a little bit, and then I'm going to pinch that nail. That colour looks lovely on you.
Oh, thanks. That's a fake tan.
It matches the fake tan ever so nice. I think that's why I really love this colour, because I do wear a lot of fake tan, but I haven't worn fake tan for quite a while. I bet people are looking at me and thinking I look like I'm ill because I'm so pasty and pale, apart from the face, obviously, that's got, you know, ample amount of bronzer on.
You should have done this outside. You could have got a tan at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
In that lovely sun out there.
So once it starts to set up, I'm going to pop the pinching tool on. I'm going to check it's not collapsing the nail. So it's not squishing all the acrylic at the side. What's the Italian word for squishing?
Schiacciare.
Oh my God, there's a word for it. Schiacciare.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
Schiacciare.
It does not schiacciare at the side. Tell you what, a week with Angelica, I'll be fluent. So once we're set, we're going to take the sculpting form off.
Oh my God, that looks so tiny. Yeah.
It's cute.
Never had nice nails like that. I know.
You have such tiny, tiny fingers.
Sorry.
They're nice. Don't get me wrong, they're nice because they, you know, you do want big manly hands. However, I do like to work on, you know, quite a good sized nail. So I'm just going to go through my normal filing routine now.
How would you say that?
Let me, oh my gosh, one sec.
So I'm just going to go through my normal filing routine.
La mia solita routine di limatura.
And what is it? You must know what the filing routine is
Yeah.
by now.
Side,
I've
what's
said
it?
that.
So what is it?
Oh,
what
sorry.
is it then?
Side walls,
Yeah,
cuticle area,
yeah.
the edges, but in this
Free
case it's
edge.
an almond shape, so you wouldn't have the free edge. You got the sides in that case because it's an almond shape, isn't it?
Well, we still do a little bit of the free
Okay.
edge here.
And then you're gonna file the rest of the nail on the
Yeah.
surface.
Yeah.
Contour the rest of the nail.
Yeah. How do we say that in Italian?
I just say, just
She's just going file the nail, duck.
just do the nail. No, I'm joking. I don't say that.
Have you said duck as well?
No, that's
No.
another thing.
Another thing that you have to kind of change.
Yeah.
Because people wouldn't kind of get...
If you call
Yeah.
someone duck, they're just okay.
Would they be like, what? Why is she
Yeah.
calling people duck? So for the base colour, we're going to use Miami Beach. God, I wish I was on Miami Beach right now.
I've never been to Miami.
I haven't. That's why I'd like to be on that
I
beach.
would like to go to
because
Miami.
is that where they did Baywatch?
We talked about Baywatch yesterday, didn't
No.
we? This is what we need to do. We need to do a tour of the States
Yes.
in an RV.
Yes. Hell yeah. So we're going to do 2 coats of this colour. I'm going to make sure I'm capping the edge. Super important. Pop that in the lamp. Right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to use some yellows because we're doing bananas because we are bananas. So we have 3 different yellows here. I think I only have the name for one. So I've got sherbet lemon, which is like a canary yellow. I would describe that as a canary yellow. And then we've got like a mid yellow, and then we've got like a real pale yellow. So the mid yellow is this one. It's a fluorescent yellow. And then we have this real lemon colour. So what I'm going to do is pop a bit of each colour onto the backing paper. And then. So first of all, I'm going to use the darker of the yellows and paint a simple kind of moon shape.
Is that like a croissant?
Kind of like a croissant.
Or in this case,
a banana.
Banana. Stuart? Banana. Banana!
I'm going to take off the excess of that, and I'm going to get some of this yellow. And then the lighter yellow. Can you see how it just adds a little bit of detail to the banana? And I'm going to do a few of those scattered onto the nail. Pop that in the lamp for me. I'm going to wipe over the nail with gel residue wipe-off solution. That's because I'm going to paint onto this nail now. So you can see it'll all go nice and matte, which means the paint will attach to it really crisp. I'm going to add the detail to the bananas. So you just want a little bit of Polycolour black paint.
Oh, so these are like a little bit old, these bananas. You know, like in your fruit bowl where they go a bit brown.
Well, they like pop art.
Oh,
bananas.
Right, okay.
Yeah, pop art. You don't know what that means?
Is that like Andy Warhol?
Very Andy Warhol bananas.
Right.
So we have a little bit of black. And I'm going to add some detail now. At the top of the banana. And the bottom.
Isn't that a term, top banana?
Yeah.
I wonder why that top banana. Why did that become a good thing?
Don't know. Somebody needs to tell us.
Comment below.
Why do we say top banana?
What does it mean?
I don't know. It sort of just means good. If something's top banana, it's...
I've
Never heard of it. Top banana just means good. Or... That's brilliant, really. It's top banana.
So I'm going to do this to all of the bananas. So I'm going to seal this in. So you obviously need to wait for that paint to dry, but it dries so quickly.
You doing it matte?
No.
Really?
Do you think I should do it matte?
I think it would look awesome matte.
So we're going to top coat with matte.
You're going to blame me if it goes wrong now, aren't you?
Well, of course. I'm going to seal everything in. So the paint and also these side walls, you know, you've got to make sure you cap. I'm going to do 2 coats of that. Pop that in the lamp. So I'm going to wipe over with the gel residue wipe off solution, and that's going to take that nail to a matte finish. Because it has a sticky layer, the matte gel polish top coat does. I'm going to finish off with some lemon cuticle oil. Bit of the label is all coming off. I'm going to rub that in. And then wipe off the excess from the nail so it stays that matte finish.
That's top banana.
Oh wow, you're right. It's top banana.
Sorry.
There you are, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that video. Everything that I've used today will be listed below as always. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram. All the links for our social media will be linked below, as well as, you know, the Italian channels and the Polish channels as well. So guess what? I'll see you in the next video. Keep watching. Bye-bye. I will flash. I will. They don't see this, do they?
No, they don't.
They don't see all this. I will flash cure each banana.